Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the SmackDown NXT Level Up Event Center. And here's the man that lays all the SmackDown in the wrestling reports himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Episode 1218 of the show. It's February 17, 2024, 4:01 p.m. What's going on? What's happening? Hope you guys are feeling lively out there. Thank you for tuning in. And tell you what, there's a lot to grab. Just to let you know, I got some big news for you guys. I don't know if you heard on the last episode. I am very pleased as punch to tell you that I have pre-ordered for WWE 2K24 for the Xbox One. As you know, I have an Xbox One. Give it to me by a friend from my church. And I say thank you to that friend, the Marshall family. Thank you very much for the Xbox One as a gift. I have yet to set it up, though. I'm going to set everything up. It's going to be a while. I'll probably do it during my vacation after I get done with dealing with the jury duty thing. Hopefully, nothing happens during that jury duty thing. So that way, I can, during my vacation, I can start dealing with this and and let everybody know what's up. So, yeah, I bought a lot of games so far. Like I said, I got the WWE 2K series, and I'm really, really, really happy about it. So, yay! Peace! Anyways, well, we're going to continue on with the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Now, here's a bit of note about that. On the women's side, Shotzi has suffered an injury during her NXT Women's Championship match against the defending champion Lyra Valkyria. And she will be out. She's not medically clear to compete. So, replacing her will be Alba Fire. And in that match, in that Chamber qualifying match, she'll take on Naomi, while Zelina Vega will take on the newcomer Tiffany Stratton. So it's a huge opportunity for that young lady. The Rock did arrive earlier in the afternoon in Salt Lake City. And The Rock, well, let's say The Rock has gone back to its roots if you smell what I'm cooking. And the first Elimination Chamber qualifier match on the men's side, Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio. And Kevin Owens says that Dominic Mysterio does have a punchable face, and he succeeded in that. He tried to address the Salt Lake crowd before the matchup, but R-Truth arrives during the matchup to cheer on who he thought was The Miz, and Kevin Owens is not The Miz. And then Dominic Mysterio tells the Truth, give him a chair, and he goes, "No, I'm not a member of the Judgment Day. Give me a chair." And all of a sudden, Truth grabs a chair, and he decided to pull up and sit down and said, But then Kevin Owens did beat him with the pop-up powerbomb, and he qualifies. Joining Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and LA Knight. And Kevin Owens is man number 5 in that matchup. And then Kayla Braxton, the lovely Kayla Braxton, interviewed Drew McIntyre. McIntyre plans on winning the Elimination Chamber. LA Knight interrupts him. And then they started arguing and jaw-jacking to the point where referee Jessica Carr started saying, "Break it up, guys. Breaking up some of the other referees." The officials got involved, breaking it up, leading to a match next week between the two of them, which will be very, very fun. Then Roman Reigns and the Bloodline arrive also earlier in the afternoon. Roman Reigns gives a hug to Jimmy Uso. And so that is going to... So they're going to address the whole situation between The Rock and Roman Reigns. And then Elimination Chamber qualifier match number 1 on the women's side, Zelina Vega took on Tiffany Stratton. But before that matchup, Kayla Braxton interviewed Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. In fact, Tyler Bate said, "We got to come up with a new tag team name," and I got it, New Catch Republic. I think that's what they're going to be called. And they plan on beating Finn Balor and Damian Priest for those tag team titles. Then Mysterio interrupts and says, "Nobody's going to beat. They're going to retain about this. We challenge you to a tag team match. Bring R-Truth. R-Truth's not Judgment Day. Well, we'll see you guys anyways." A little mind games. So during the match between Stratton and Vega, Legado Del Fantasma was sitting at ringside during the matchup. And knowing this, the LWO, Carlito, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro came back out to keep an eye on things. But then, outside the ring, Lopez taunts Vega. Vega attacks Lopez, but then then it cost Vega. Vega took her eye out the ball, and Tiffany Stratton took advantage of that situation, ends up beating Zelina Vega, and she is also joined her former NXT nemesis, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan for spot number 4. So this will be Tiffany Stratton's first big ever major matchup, and plus she's traveling to Australia, so I'm sure Tiffany Stratton's probably looking forward to it. Probably we'll complain about all the bugs that are there. I would say, Tiffany, I do not blame you about the bugs. Anyways, the Good Brothers and Michin were confronting AJ Styles. AJ Styles was like, go away and all that. And Carl Anderson, AJ Styles pushed it, and he goes, if you were another person, if you were just another person, and then he said, let him go. Michin and Luke Gallows says, let him go. Looks like some attention in the OC. Damage Control addresses basically Bayley and Dakota Kai. They're saying, yeah, Bayley, maybe your vision, but we made it what it was. And Kai, you better sleep with one eye open. They let them speak Japanese, but there's the subtitles at the bottom, which is really, really cool. They let them do that, and they said no one is ready for Damage Control. Looks like Io, Kairi, and Asuka are Damage Control. But who's siding, Dakota Kai siding with Bayley? Well, still 3 against 2, ladies. Well, the AOP make their SmackDown debut, but in their in-ring return to the WWE, they took on the team of Bo Morris and Javier Bernal. Big Body Javi and Bo Morris didn't even stand a chance against Akam and Razor. They've obliterated Bernal and Morris. Byron Saxton interviews Logan Paul as he says he's getting ready for the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. He says he's going to go to Australia and win it and be a double champion. And he took on, in that matchup, in the second qualifying matchup, took on old Nemesis, The Miz, and Logan Paul ended up winning the match using brass knucks again. Now, The Miz, and there's a good reason why I think The Miz has lost a match. He's probably going to be sticking here in the States because, unfortunately, his wife has to go into surgery for a pre-cancer treatment. I think it was of the ovaries or something like that. And I think Miz wants to be a good father and a good husband, which I got to respect the Miz for, and wholeheartedly. And get well soon, Maurice. Nick Aldis was talking to Jay Cargill and Braun Breaker until Tiffany Stratton interrupts them talking to Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair. And then Jay Cargill was stood up to Tiffany Stratton. Be on the lookout. I think Jade Cargill may somehow get her way inside. The rumor has it that she may get a chance to qualify for the Elimination Chamber matchup. Will be a very interesting situation if that is. Speaking of which, the second matchup on the women's side, Naomi took on Alba Fire. Naomi, her first match back on SmackDown. And And Naomi ended up winning the matchup, and she's the 5th woman to qualify. Only 1 spot left in the Elimination Chamber match. So, and with Logan Paul's victory, the men's Elimination Chamber match is filled out. With 6 men, you got Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul. That's a huge deal. Now, Naomi, since her win, it's Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair with 1 spot left. And it'll be take place in the last chance battle royal. And Dakota Kai was talking to Bayley about what Io and Asuka and Kairi had to say. Bayley says, "Don't worry about it. We got this." But then Dakota Kai saying, "I'll be back as always. Don't trust Dakota Kai. She's got that reputation of stabbing people in the back." Asked Tegan Knox and Raquel Rodriguez about that. And let's see, somebody trying to message me. Thanks for the love and support. So, so, sorry about that, folks. All right, so I wouldn't trust Dakota Kai, Bailey. Be aware of that. You know, I love Asuka, Io, and Kairi, but Dakota Kai, watch out for her, man. So, Nick Aldis has got a new signee to SmackDown. Braun Breaker will be joining the Blue Brand. Right now, he's currently one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. Was that me for the Wolf Dogs? We will find out. The Bloodline then arrived on SmackDown, and then Roman Reigns addressed the Salt Lake City crowd, and he says that The Rock's officially joined the Bloodline. The Rock comes out, and he's wearing one of his $1,000 shirts or $500 shirts from back in the day, but he cut the sleeves off, and he laid right into the Salt Lake City crowd, dissing them left and right like in old vintage Rock fashion. Telling one guy that he'll slap the herpes out of his mouth. I'm like, what? I was like, some savage stuff, he said, man. Let me tell you, this makes the storyline more interesting. You talk about a battle of families. Cody Rhodes representing the Rhodes family, and you got the Bloodline en masse. This is going to, and I know Seth Rollins says, you don't have to fight this battle alone. This is going to be an interesting situation once again. This could make WrestleMania 40. And it's a lot of people saying there's some clues that the Rock is in this as a front. Let's see if that exactly is the case. Because knowing the families like that, they stick together and they stay loyal. But the Rock has been known to play a lot of mind games too, and plus he's a Hollywood actor. So, but I'm willing to let this thing play out, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, I'm not gonna diss The Rock because The Rock is The Rock. I'm gonna let The Rock do his thing. I'll let Cody Rhodes do his thing, and let's just see how this thing plays out. Because I'm excited about this. And in fact, The Rock's like, you don't get to go back on the line. I would say, Rock, yeah, dummy, you jabroni. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble for a second time, back to back. He gets to pick his champion, not you, not Roman. That's all I'm gonna say. Did you win the Royal Rumble, Rock? If you won the Royal Rumble, you would have chosen Roman Reigns. You didn't enter the Royal Rumble, dude. That's all I'm going to say, Rock. So know your role, shut your mouth, and let's let the whole thing play out. This is going to be a lot of fun. If you smell what I'm cooking. And they try to sing along with The Rock. Sing along, you lost that privilege. I said, I'm doing it anyways. I don't care. It's America. It's what I do, what I want. If I want to sing along with you, I'm going to sing along with you. You don't like it, tough noogies. You know? By the way, Rock, you're an ugly Decepticon. Yeah. Anyways, level up. Brooks Jensen took on a newcomer, Javon Evans. Jensen didn't win the matchup. He's going to prepare himself against Josh Briggs. I think they're facing each other this Tuesday. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Kiana James and Izzy Dame as they dissed the lovely. They were dissing the lovely Gigi Dolan. This is one of my favorites. Gigi Dolan took on Izzy Dame, and Izzy Dame ended up winning the match. So, that is it. That's all for SmackDown NXT Level Up for February the 16th, 2024. Thank you for tuning in. Next up in the next episode, time for a little Card Shark Saturday. So until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.